So deep down inside, you know that there is a better version of you just waiting to come out. But you haven't been doing all of the things to allow her to be birthed. But not anymore. Over the next 3 months, we are going to glow up together. All right, so we hopping right into it. So for this glow up journey, we are going to tackle 3 main categories. We're going to tackle mindset, our health and fitness, and then our appearance. So those are just the bases. If you want to add anything to this journey, you are more than welcome. For instance, if you are looking to glow up your finances or career, I highly suggest you do that. But we're just going to start with the basics, because if we get the base taken care of, then everything else will flow. So let's hop into the first category, mindset. If you have followed any of the business gurus or whatever, they will tell you before you start anything, your mind has to be prepared and ready. So before we go into leveling up ourselves or becoming the woman of our dreams, we have to prepare our minds to do so. So the very first step that we're going to do is a social media audit. Why social media? Because social media is probably the biggest thing that influences our life. And your phone is in the palm of your hand, and it is the most connected thing to you and the outside world. So we want to monitor what we are allowing in over these next 3 months. So for this social media audit, I want you to go through whatever your favorite social media platforms are, and I want you to unfollow anybody that puts you in a comparison type mindset or that makes you feel inferior in any type of way. If you find yourself comparing yourself to them, or thinking that you don't have what they have, or you're not good enough, or it just makes you feel down in any type of way, if it does not bring you joy and inspiration, unfollow them immediately. No two people's journeys are alike. We're all on our own life's journeys. So don't compare yourself to anyone else. You'll get there when you're supposed to get there. It's all in God's timing anyway. So to keep our minds clear, we're going to shut off anyone that puts us in that type of mindset. And then on the flip side, we want to make sure that we follow accounts that are inspiring us to do better or go out and achieve more. So if you have to go find some, I highly recommend you search some out. This could be celebrity accounts or whoever. If they make you feel like I can do that, or if they make you feel like, man, that was just so encouraging. They might just give encouraging words, or they may just put encouraging messages on their account. Whatever the case may be, if it encourages you, we're going to follow them. So the next thing that we're going to audit when it comes to our mindset and what we're allowing to come in is our music. Yes, music. So music can have a positive effect on your life. But music can trigger the release of dopamine in your brain, which is a hormone that is associated with the feeling of pleasure or well-being. It can also increase the blood flow to parts of the brain that control your emotions. So on the other side of that, music can also have a negative effect. So I'm just going to read to you guys a part of this article that I found to give you a better explanation of how music can have a negative effect on our emotions. So it says that research shows that music can also induce harmful effects, particularly when it comes to rumination. When a person dwells on negative thinking or feelings, it can contribute to the development of depression and anxiety, or it can worsen existing conditions. So during this time, I really encourage you to remove any music from your playlist that puts you in a state of sadness. If it has you thinking about old relationships, breakups, people that may not be here with us anymore. There are ways that we can hold on to the memories of our lost loved ones in a more positive way, but to just sit around and listen to sad music all day that really puts us in a state of depression is just not good for our overall mindset. So do a thorough cleaning out of your playlist. Make sure that you have music playing that keeps you uplifted, positive, and motivated. So now we've gotten our social media and our music under control. So now we have to put some things into our mind. So I highly recommend books like Think and Grow Rich. This is one of the top personal self-help books of all times. I highly recommend this. Anything that we want to achieve in life starts with your thinking and your mindset, and this book covers that. Another great book is called Who Moved My Cheese? Is it Where's My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese? Who Moved My Cheese? I believe that's the name of it. I will put a picture of it here and leave a link for you down in the description box below. But these are two highly recommended books that will really get you thinking more positively towards life. So highly recommend. And there is no excuse if you don't have time to sit down and read. You guys know nowadays everything comes in audio form. Download it on your phone, listen to it while we are on our walks or whatever, which leads me right into our next category, which is going to be our health and fitness. All right, so when it comes to health and fitness, if you all live in America, then we already know that the food that we are pushed out is not the best for us. So most of us have a couple of pounds that we could stand to lose. So on this next 3 months, we are going to be working on losing a little bit of weight, but we're going to do it the easiest way possible. Anissa, what is the easiest way possible? So I have done a lot of weight loss programs. I've done Weight Watchers, I've done shakes, I've done all kinds of things. But honestly, the easiest way that I found to lose weight is intermittent fasting. So intermittent fasting is when you eat during a certain window of the day and fast the rest of the day. Now, there are a lot of intermittent fasting schedules that you can choose, but I will tell you the most popular is the 16-8. So you're going to eat within an 8-hour window, and then you are going to fast for the remainder 16 hours of the day. And this tends to be the most popular because you really will see results from this schedule. Why is that? After 12 hours of fasting, our body starts to burn fat. So once you hit that 12-hour mark, your body is going to burn fat, and it continues to burn even more and more fat up into 24 hours. So the 16-8 intermittent fasting window, after you eat for those 8 hours and you start your fast, when you hit that 12-hour mark, your body is going into fat burning mode, and it is burning off fat for 4 more hours until it's time for you to eat again. So that's why so many people see such good results with this schedule. This is the one that I have personally been on, and I love it a lot. So an example of my fasting schedule, I would start eating at noon and would be done by 8 p.m. That would allow me to eat dinner with my family. But then after 8 p.m., it is no more food until noon the next day. Now you can drink water or tea with no sugar or honey or anything added, but you fast until noon the next day. And I just really saw the best results with this. This was really the easiest way that I lost weight. Now, does that mean that during your 8-hour window, you're just going to go crazy? No, we are still going to watch what we're putting in, but this will definitely still put your body into fat burning mode for 4 hours every single day, which is phenomenal. I'm also going to put a link for you in the description box for a calorie calculator. So this calculator, you can input your age, how active you are, your current weight, and it will also tell you how many calories you should be consuming every day in order to lose weight. It will give a breakdown if you want to maintain your weight, lose weight, and it does suggest no more than 1 pound a week because we definitely want to do this healthy. We are not trying to be unhealthy in any type of way, but I'll put a link down for that calorie calculator. So while you are within your 8-hour window, you can also make sure that you are staying in a safe caloric space. So another thing that we're going to make sure that we're doing during this 90 days is making sure that we are getting the proper amount of vitamins. Now, I am a 44-year-old Black woman, and with my age and ethnicity, there are just some vitamins that I am deficient in, which are very common at my age and for my culture. So I highly recommend getting you a multivitamin. I will tell you that my doctor specifically recommended me prenatal vitamins. I will put a picture of the ones that she recommended on the screen. And she said that even if you are not pregnant, it is great to take these prenatal vitamins because they will give your body all of the necessary vitamins that it needs. So I've been taking these vitamins for quite a while. I told my mom about it. She started taking them as well. She also did consult her doctor, and her doctor told her that they were perfectly fine to take, and we've been feeling great. So I highly suggest them to you. Now, definitely check with your doctor if you have any type of illnesses or diseases where you can't just take anything over the counter. But if they say that it is okay for you to be taking a multivitamin, then definitely add that to your regimen. All right, so now we're going to be talking about working out. I know. So over these next 90 days, we do want to make sure these things are attainable. So everything that I'm talking to you about today is nothing that is going to be hard. This is just base ground level, okay? Just ground level. So I know we don't want to talk about working out, but we are going to again do this the easiest way possible. So how are we going to do this? Our working out is going to be walking. That's it, y'all. We're just going to walk. We're going to walk every day, but there is a formula to walking for it to be effective, and I'm going to give it to you right now. All right, so we're going to be walking every day for 45 minutes. However, that 45 minutes has to be at your fat burning heart rate. So how do you find your fat burning heart rate? I will put a chart here. Find your age, find what your fat burning heart rate is. Now you want to get you something like a smartwatch, and you want to go out and walk, and you want to make sure that your heart rate is up to what your fat burning heart rate is, and you want to maintain that for your 45-minute walk. If you do this in addition to the intermittent fasting, if you walk 3 to 5 days a week, you will see a dramatic difference in your weight. I'm telling y'all, this is the easiest way to get the weight off, okay? And again, I'm gonna be doing this with you. I got plenty of more pounds that I can drop. I've dropped some, but I got plenty more to go, so I will be doing this with you. So walking every day for 45 minutes at your fat burning heart rate plus intermittent fasting, baby, we about to be fine. And we about to be fine before the beginning of the year. While everybody else is going to the gym and starting their New Year's resolution, we're already going to be there, baby. We're 3 months ahead, okay? Now, and I don't know how I forgot to mention this, but I did create us a fitness tracker. So down in the description box below, there will be a link to this tracker that I created where you can keep all the tabs of your starting weight, your end weight, all of your starting measurements, as well as your fasting schedule, your daily caloric intake, and then also just a spot for affirmations, because again, we're going to remain positive on this journey. So just go down in the description box, download it, print it out, and fill it out with all of your numbers. All right, last category that we are going to be working on for this next 90 days is going to be our appearance. And I know we don't like to admit it, but how we show up does affect how people treat us. It also affects our confidence. So if you show up put together and your best self, it is just going to make you feel more confident when you're walking into business meetings or walking into the workspace or whatever it is, showing up on a date. Whatever the case may be, we want to make sure that we are put together and showing up as our best self every time. So to work on our appearance for the next 90 days, we're going to be focusing on the main 3 things that really count when it comes to our appearance: our hair, our clothing, and our skin. Hair, clothes, skin. Those are the 3 things, baby, before we put on any drop of makeup or anything else. Again, we want to make sure the foundation is laid. So let's start with skin. So if you're struggling with any mild to severe skin issues, I definitely suggest going to see a dermatologist. You want to get some professional advice and help on your skin to really figure out how to get it under control. Now, if you are very mild, don't have a lot of skin issues going on, maybe you're just dealing with some small things, then I'm just going to recommend what I've been using and what has worked for me. But again, I do suggest that everyone go out and find a regimen that works for them. Now, I will say that I think that hopping around to a bunch of different brands and all of that is probably not the best. So just like when we go into hair, I'm going to say the same thing. Let's try to stick to a particular line if we can, because particular skin lines are made to work together in unison. So if you use the facial wash, then it'll probably work better if you use their moisturizer or their serums, and so forth and so forth. So the brand that I have been using is The Ordinary. The Ordinary is a very affordable skincare line that you can find at Ulta. You can find your moisturizers, your cleaners, all of that. One thing I will say about us dark-skinned women, we also want to make sure we are using sunscreen as well. So you want to get you a good cleanser, a good moisturizer, serum, and a good sunscreen. Now for your serums, I highly recommend niacinamide. Niacinamide is a night serum that you can put on. It brightens and evens out the skin tone. This can be done at night. And then also The Ordinary has a mask. I cannot think of the name of it, but it's red. I will put it in the description box below. So this mask will really exfoliate the skin and brighten the skin. But by going in every day and making sure that you are cleaning and moisturizing, using your serums at night and putting on that sunscreen, we are going to get our skin bright and healthy. All right, so pretty much the same thing for our hair as well. If you have natural hair like I do underneath these braids, once I take my braids out, I am gonna hold on to these for quite a while now because they cute. So I'm gonna hold on to my braids for a while, but once I take my braids out, I would suggest that you get your hair professionally trimmed. Nothing beats a professional trim. When I get my hair professionally trimmed, I see so much growth in 2 months. In 2 months, my hair is like back. It grows so fast. So I highly suggest a professional trim. And then again, I suggest finding a hair care line that you can stick to. I am a product junkie. I have had so many hair care products over the years. Now I'm very intrigued to try Tabitha Brown's Donna's Recipe. I have seen nothing but great reviews about it, and I see that it is made with a lot of natural fruits and veggies and all that stuff. So I'm excited to try it. That is the line that I'm going to be using over the next 90 days. So again, find you a good hair care line that your hair likes, stick to it. Let's get on a maintenance routine. So we're going to be washing at least, I would say once a week. Once a week is a very good wash routine. But again, I have braids for right now. But once these braids come out, I would suggest staying on a wash routine every week. So we're going to be washing, conditioning, and just really maintaining the health of our hair. And if we start by getting it professionally trimmed, we should see so much healthy growth. And then you also want to find the hairstyle that works for you. Now we're leveling up, okay? If your face structure looks better in a bob, then let's go get the bob. If your face structure looks better with a bang, then let's go get the bang. Figure out what hairstyle works for your facial shape, and let's do that, and let's maintain our hair as healthy as possible. So the very last category is going to be our fashion and our clothes. So I would say let's go ahead and do an audit of our closet. So if you have anything in your closet that you have not worn in a year or two, why is it still there? Let's get rid of it. Let's get rid of it. Let's replace it with clothes that we love. And we also want to replace it with clothes that work for our body type. You want to always be wearing clothes and outfits that flatter your figure. Now, a way for you to do this is to go on Pinterest, figure out your body shape, and then find like clothes for pear-shaped body, and it will show you outfit formulas that will work great for your particular shape. So another thing that is going to help us to look our best in our clothes is making sure that you are wearing colors that are right for your skin tone. So there are color seasons. You can go on Pinterest and you can figure out what your color season is. If you stick to a palette that complements your skin tone, you will look 10 times better in your clothes. I personally am a winter, and I find that every time I wear any color that is in the winter palette, it just really accentuates my features. So those are the main things that we're going to be working on over these next 90 days. We're going to get our mindset together. We are going to get our health and fitness together, and we're going to get our appearance together. If we stick to this regimen over the next 90 days, by the beginning of the year, you will be well on your way to becoming the woman of your dreams. Like I said at the beginning of the video, if there's any other category that you want to add to this list, then I highly suggest you do that. One that I'm adding personally is finances. So there are some things that I want to do better in my finances. I actually want to pay off some debt. So over the next 90 days, I'll be working on that as well. So I encourage you to add another category to your list, but we are going to level up in these next 90 days. And at the beginning of the year, we are going to be almost unrecognizable, because we'll still be us, but we're just going to be showing up in spaces completely different, and we are going to be so proud of ourselves. I cannot wait to hear you guys' testimonies about how you just leveled up and how you feel so much better because it's coming, or about the weight that you've lost and how you feel so much better in your clothes, you guys, because it is coming. Again, I'm going to be doing this with you. I'll be doing some updates with you. I also keep you guys posted on how the Donna's recipe works, because I am really excited to try that as well. So if you guys have any questions, you can leave them for me in the comment section below, and then I will see you guys on the next video.